Yes, sir. Excellencies, distinguished guests, participants, good morning all, and we are delighted to welcome you all to the second day of Faculty Development Program on the topic Outcome Based Education Syllabus 2020-21 by Bharathiar University. I would like to invite Dr. B. Subramani, Principal, S&M Vikesh, to preside and facilitate the gathering.
Thank you, Yagal. Yeah, very pleasant morning to one and all present in this connect. So I wholeheartedly welcome all the members and delegates for the 7 days FDP in SNM Vikas. On behalf of all the management, principal and staff, I wholehearted welcomes to our guest for the expert speaker, Dr. Professor Ponpandian sir from Bharathiar University. I welcome you, sir. And I would like to register a point regarding our expert speaker today. So whenever we approach for some reasons, so because of his stature, we can say just no or later. But whenever we approach him without any kind of hesitations, immediately he is accepting our invitation, and whatever the queries we made, he is responding to our queries. So that shows his interest towards the academic and his academic excellence and his kindness through the people. So not only the principal, whoever from the institution, when we approach him, very kind-heartedly he explains whatever the queries we arise, the answers are always with him. So such a nice personality of his kind. So we are very proud to have you as our mentor and philosopher for our college, our institute, sir.
Thank you.
And it is a great thing for us, and we are now having a NAAC A accredited with 3.17. The behind supporting source is Dr. none other than our Dr. Ponpandian sir. His wholehearted helpness and guidance for doing all the activities in our institution related to NAAC and whatnot, whatever the queries we arise, always is there to guide us in a proper way to succeed in our all the doubtful areas. So such a wonderful person, and it shows that his social responsibilities for his stature he can very well say later we can see or no he can give the answer, but he never said such kind of reply from his side. So always a positive minded person, always whatever is required there to help, whatever the possible best he can give for us is always providing. And now we have requested him to concentrate, focus on which is the need of the hour, that is outcome based education, the new academic scenario which is required by almost all the affiliated institutions. They need to follow OBE. So we have invited sir for a session. Immediately sir said, I will give you whatever the possible what we are going to do in this 2021. So we are very happy, sir. We are very happy to in this connect, and it is not only for SNMV, for all the members, delegate members from various other institutions and as well various other universities. So they will get 100% benefit out of your session, sir. There is no doubt in that. So we wholeheartedly welcome you for this session, and we wholeheartedly thank for all the help you are rendering to our institution and all the institutions you are doing it, sir. So thank you very much, and over to MOC. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Good
Yeah.
company and good welcome can make a good people and good day too. I would like to call Mrs. S. County, Head Department of Math, and IQAC Coordinator S&M Vikesh to deliver the welcome address.
Very good morning to one and all present here. We are all gathered digitally here to attend 7 days faculty development program on adaptive success strategies for NAAC, which is held from 24th November 2020 to 1st December 2020 and organized by Internal Quality Assurance Cell of SNMB College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore. At the outset, I would like to thank our management for giving me the opportunity to conduct 7 days faculty development program. In the first 2-day session, we gained knowledge about program outcome, course outcome, program educational objectives, program specific outcomes, and also how to approach OBE, how to fix the vision and mission of the institution, and who are all involved to frame the program educational objectives. Everything clearly it was explained by Dr. B. Vanitha Madam. But in today's session, we will be getting a knowledge about outcome-based education syllabus 2020 to 21 framed by Bharathiar University. On behalf of Sri Nehru Mahavidyalaya College of Arts and Science and my own behalf, I welcome our honorable guest speaker of the day, Dr. Ponpandian sir, Director IQAC, Professor and Head, Department of Nanoscience and Technology, Bharathiar University, Coimbatore. First of all, I thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation and for grace this occasion. Welcome you, sir. We are all eagerly waiting for your golden words, sir. Next, my warm welcome to Dr. B. Subramani, sir, Principal SNMB CAS. Your guidance and support have been instrumental in helping us for the conducting this 7 days faculty development program. Welcome you, sir. Now, I welcome all the guest speaker of a 7 days program and participant of this program. I extend a warm welcome to our Madam Dr. P. Manjula Suresh, Dean Languages, and Dr. T. Krishna Kumar, Director MBA, and also my heartfelt welcome to our heads of all the departments, faculties, and technical team of SNMB CAS. Welcome. End with the quote. Education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. Once again, welcome you all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm really privileged to introduce today's guest. Dr. N.Ponpandian sir is a professor and head department of Nanoscience and Technology of Bharathiar University, Coimbatore. Is also the director of Internal Quality Assurance Cell of Bharathiar University. He has completed 4 research projects funded by UGC, DST, DRTO, etc. He also becomes the coordinator for the UGC Special Assistance Program and DST, FIST programs of the department. He is the author and co-author of more than 170 publications in peer-reviewed international journals and more than 175 papers in conferences, seminars, workshops, etc. 250 lectures in various events. He is an editorial board member in Scientific Reports, Nature Publishing Group UK. 19 MPhil scholars and 8 research scholars are working under his guidance. He also obtained several awards and recently he has received the Senior Scientist Award from the Science City of Government of Tamil Nadu. Such an eminent personality is there among us. I would like to invite Dr. N.Ponpandian sir to address the gathering on the topic Outcome-Based Education Syllabus to 2020-21 by Bharathiar University. Sir, forum is yours.
Thank you, ma'am. First of all, I thank the principal, Dr. Subramanian sir, and the IQAC coordinator, Dr. Kaunti, and again all the IQAC team members and the faculty members of the college for giving me the opportunity to deliver my lecture in this series. It is adaptive success strategies for NAAC for the 7 days faculty development program. Today in my lecture, I am going to talk about the syllabus which the Bharathiar University has framed for its own university departments as well as the affiliated colleges. Okay, but before going to that, I just give a small introduction. Yesterday, Professor Vanita was talking so much about the outcome-based education. She has elaborately discussed about the complete outcome-based education. Actually, she was my guru. Actually, she only introduced me to the internal quality assurance cell of Bharathiar University. From her, I have learned a lot. Yes, especially the IQAC, again the syllabus, everything. Okay, and again today also I'm going to present some of the slides about the introduction about the outcome-based education. Maybe some of the slides may overlap from her slides also. Maybe I watched the lecture, yesterday's lecture. Maybe I can skip on those slides and I can explain the needy slides only. Okay, and again, for the quality education, time to time we are introducing so many changes. The first one is actually the choice-based credit system. Okay, we have introduced the choice. The university has introduced the choice-based credit system in 2000 itself. Okay, but this choice-based credit system is not completely exploited. That is the most important thing. Okay, because we have introduced the choice-based credit system, but still it is not complete. You all know that because the system of choice-based credit system is actually if there is a faculty member wanted to teach some specific subject. For example, there is a linear algebra is a subject in mathematics. The particular faculty has to frame the syllabus. He has to teach the syllabus and he has to conduct the examination and he has to give the mark. This is what the choice-based credit system we have to run. But this is not happening really because we have a lot of issues in implementing the things. And again, another important factor is the elective subjects in the choice-based credit system. For example, every semester should have an elective paper. That elective paper should be the interdepartmental course. That also we are not doing it. Okay. For example, we have a intra-department elective paper. Maybe some of the autonomous colleges or some of the universities, what they are doing is they are giving some choice among the elective within the department, not the interdepartmental course. But the aim of the choice-based credit system is actually the elective paper should be offered in a interdepartmental manner. Okay, for example, there is a student in science subject, especially in the mathematics. If he is interested in some computer science topic, that may be web design, he has to go and opt the elective paper in the computer science department or in the management department or in the economics department. This is what the elective paper. But we are not implementing those things. Okay, there we have certain restrictions. Okay, against we university we are call it as a supportive paper. In the colleges they are call it as an allied paper. There are also certain restrictions and all there in the choice-based credit system. This was mandatory once upon a time for the NAAC, the accreditation purpose. You all know that why do we need a accreditation? That is mandatory nowadays, mandatory, and also we have to go for multiple ranking, not only a single ranking. We have to go for multiple ranking. That is the most important thing. Okay, what is mean by the multiple ranking? Now we are going for the NAAC accreditation. Now the government has introduced another ranking system, that is a NIR, that is accreditation. Again, the NIRF ranking. We have to go for NIRF ranking. Now there are so many again NBA accreditation, and again there are so many private ranking systems. Okay, for example, each magazines they have a separate ranking system, and again some of the international agencies also they are giving their own ranking system. The government itself now they are insisting to go for multiple accreditation and multiple ranking by each institution. There you need a quality in terms of all. For example, the NAAC have a 7-point criteria to assess every higher educational institutions. Among these, the important and the basic one is a curriculum. Okay, the curriculum is a major and trust area of any higher educational institutions. That is the reason we also, the university also now introduced the choice-based credit system. Now this year we have introduced the outcome-based education. Why do you need outcome-based education again? Because you all know that the NAAC SSR, Okay, we are all working for again the improving the quality that is judged by the NAAC. Okay, they are judging with a 7-point criteria. That is the reason. Here in this particular SSR, in the curricular aspect, what they are judging, if they are introduced in the recent days, is actually the outcome-based education. Okay, that is again mandatory. Okay, now you all know that our autonomous colleges, for example, our university administration, there are a lot of more than 30 autonomous colleges are there. Okay, almost all the autonomous colleges they have already introduced. Like yesterday, also, Madam has mentioned about the autonomous college. They are pioneer in this particular introducing this particular the outcome-based education system, and they already came. They already evaluating the students based on the outcome-based education, and again the students are already completed their degrees based on this outcome-based education syllabus also. Okay, now the university, we have introduced this particular outcome-based education in the year of 2018, but it's not complete. Okay, they've just put some course objective and course outcome. That's all only in the paper level. Till today, this year also, we are just making it in the paper level only. Okay, we have not yet introduced the outcome-based education. Okay, this year we are make it is in a paper, and we are going to implement this academic year onwards. Okay, maybe I can start sharing my slides. From that, I can explain more things. Okay. I hope you are able to see my slides. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This outcome education introduced by Bharathiar University. Yesterday, Madam also given this particular definition. You all know that what is outcome-based education. Okay. It's not what we...
மூணு இருக்கு இல்லையா, ஆடியோ ஒன்று இருக்கும், மிடில் ஒரு ஃபோன் மாதிரி சிம்பிள், அடுத்த ஒன்று வீடியோ சிம்பிள்.
சரி சரி
அதான்.
Okay. This is a definition. This is what outcome-based education. It's not what we teach. It's what you learn. Okay, because you all know that the teacher is always a learner. Okay, we have to learn several things, and that only we are going to teach to the student. And again, in a nutshell, this particular outcome-based education is a learner-centric approach to tertiary education. That is the most important thing. We all know that our education system is the most important thing. And again, worldwide, it is accepted education. Okay, for example, starting from the curriculum. Okay, there also we had a very good education system. Now also the India, they have a very good education system. Almost all the countries in the world, they are accepting our education system. That is what all the students in India they are spread over the world, and they are easy to learn their education in a very easy way. Okay, in that way, this outcome-based education is already introduced in the Western countries. We also introduced in India. Also, it was introduced in the engineering colleges long back. In now, because of the mandate of the NAAC, we also implementing the arts and science colleges and universities. Also, we have to implement this outcome-based education. Okay, now these are actually some of the definitions that yesterday also Madam has talked about, that this actually is this outcome-based education process that focuses on the students, that they can do or the qualities they should develop after they thought. That is the most important thing. Okay, after, because you all know that what is a program objective, program educational objective, again the course outcome, all the things. Yesterday she had an elaborate discussion, and again all the content, because there is a student, he is joining some graduate program in our institution. After completing that graduation, how he become, okay, what he can do for his career. Okay, that is the most important thing about the outcome-based education. What the government is interested in this is actually the students become the innovators. Students become the innovator. For example, because I already mentioned that the engineering college has already introduced the outcome-based education. Based on that only, now the MHRD, that's the Ministry of Human Resource, now the Ministry of Education, they have started a program in Institution Innovation Council. Okay, what the purpose of that council? Here, what they think is the students are innovative thinkers. Okay, how they become the innovators? Based on the outcome-based education. The output of the outcome-based education is to make the students to become innovators. That is the most important thing. Okay, if the students are innovators, then they can do so many things. Okay, they can make their own portable devices, and that can be useful for common public or society. Okay, this is what we wanted to make the students. This is a outcome of this outcome based education. Again, this outcome based education involves the restructuring of curriculum. Okay, but what we have done this year is actually not a real outcome based education that everyone knows. Okay, but what we have done this year is actually we have already the syllabus. What we have done is without changing much content, we have framed the syllabus just putting the some objective for that particular course, again some program outcome, that is a course outcome, and again we have framed certain program outcome and program specific outcome and program educational objectives. Okay, these are the things we have made it, but without changing the content of the syllabus. But this is not really the outcome based education. We have to change the content of the syllabus based on the student requirement. That is the aim of the outcome based curriculum, but this is not happened this year's syllabus. Okay, in this year's syllabus, most of the board chairmen, what they have done is they retain the already existed syllabus and only putting some course objectives and course outcome. Okay, but these are very mandatory. Again, this course objective and course outcomes are mandatory. I can explain you in later part of my slides how it is important. Okay, but they made it the syllabus like that, but based on that only they are framing or they are doing the mapping. Okay, already yesterday madam is not talking much about the mapping. That mapping of the important point about the in the outcome based education, that I can come later. Again, here, for example, here both the structures and curricula are designed to achieve those capabilities and qualities of the student. Again, for example, here it discourages traditional education approaches based on direct instruction of facts and standard methods. That is the most important thing. Okay. Again, it also requires the students to demonstrate that they have learned the required skills and content. Okay, now you all know that the existing syllabus and existing graduate outcome, what they used to do is they all are studying some graduation, they are PSc or BA or BCom, and after that, after completing their graduation, they don't know what they wanted to do. Maybe some of the students, after completing their degree, they wanted to join some PG program or they wanted to go for some jobs like that. Okay, but they don't have a specific aim what they wanted to do after the graduation. But what the outcome based education tells us that is we have to motivate the students in some specific skills. Okay, for example, some of the students they may be forced to take some of the courses. Okay, but during the course of study, they might have certain freedom to choose some other topic. That is the other important thing. Okay, maybe that student may do some other job. For example, some of the students they used to learn physics or chemistry or mathematics, but after completing that, they become a very good software engineers. Okay, that is a skill of that particular students. This is what the outcome based education also wanted to do. Again, you all know that the new education policy, there also they are much insisting on this kind of concepts. Okay, now we are conducting one degree program, especially maths, physics, chemistry, or Tamil, English like that. But what the new education policy is actually the students can choose multiple topics. That is a new education policy. Okay, thereby they can improve their quality. Okay, that's what the outcome-based education. Again, here these are some of the deficiencies of traditional education. These are all the things the madam has already talked. Maybe I can skip few slides here because the yesterday talk I watched the yesterday talk in the YouTube and see I already covered most of the things here. The outcome-based education addresses these few questions. Okay, for example, what do we want the students to have or be able to do? That is the most important thing. Again, how can we first help the students to achieve it? And again, how will we know whether the students have achieved it? And that is what the evaluation. Again, how do we close the loop for further improvement? Okay, for example, we do the mapping. Mapping is actually you are mapping your course outcome with your program outcome. Again, your program outcome should be mapped with your program educational outcome. Okay, but here, if you do the mapping, some of the part of your particular course, I have already mentioned the linear algebra, that course have some program outcome, okay, or course outcome, and that may match with the program outcome in some point, not all the points. You have some 10 program outcomes, maybe few points in the program outcome may directly match, something may directly match, some point may not match. That is what it can mention that strong, medium, and low. Okay, if it is strongly correlated with the program, the course outcome is strongly correlated with the program outcome, then it is strong. Somehow it is slightly matched with your program outcome, then it is a medium. Something it's not relevant to your program outcome, then it may be a low. Okay, this is what strong, medium, and low. That I will explain when I explain our university syllabus. Okay, here benefits. These are the benefits of the outcome-based education. For example, the first one is more directed and coherent curriculum. That is the most important thing. And again, this particular OBE, the graduates will be more relevant to industry and again other stakeholders. Okay, but not only industry, in the other stakeholders aspect also it is more relevant. We can choose like that. We can frame the syllabus accordingly to cover the industry as well as the stakeholders. Okay, and again, there is a continuous quality improvement. That is the most important thing. In the outcome-based education, we are continuously watching the students. For example, every exam, you can watch the students' knowledge level, attitude level, creativity level, everything you can watch. Okay, that's why it is a continuous quality improvement. For example, you all know that in the choice-based credit system also, we have a continuous internal assessment. Okay, but we make it as a compulsory internal assessment. Okay, that is not correct. That is not a continuous internal assessment. That is a compulsory internal assessment. What we are doing is we are conducting certain examinations based on the mark we are giving some internal marks to the students. That is not continuous internal assessment. The continuous internal assessment is actually if the student is performing very well in the class test. For example, if he is not able to attend the final semester examination also, he should pass. Okay, because if he is having some issues during the day of final examination, maybe he may met an accident. He may not able to attend that particular examination. He may be the first rank student. Okay, he may be the first rank student, but he is not able to attend the examination because of that accident. In that way, he is failed during our present examination system. This is not the correct way of continuous internal assessment. That is a compulsory internal assessment. Okay, this is a problem till there in the choice-based credit system. Okay, but now this outcome-based education, we have a continuous quality improvement because in the single paper, if you evaluate when you are teaching the first core paper, from that paper outcome itself, you can identify the students' knowledge level, creation level, again attitude level, all the things you can judge. How we can judge? Again, that is based on the questions. That I will come back later. Okay. Now, these are actually some expectations on students under the outcome-based education. For example, these students, when they are coming out from the outcome graduation based on the outcome-based education, the students are expected to be able to do more challenging tasks other than memorize and reproduce what was taught. Okay. Now, you all know that many students, they wanted to memorize and to score more mark. You all know that the mark is not at all important in the postgraduate or graduation or post-graduation level. Their creativity or thinking level should be improved. The creativity and thinking can be improved only based on when what are the questions you are asking to the students. That is an important thing. Okay, now you all know that the quality of the question paper, that itself in a very bad situations nowadays. Okay, because I have gone through some of the questions in some of the PG questions and UG questions. There is a essay type question. I am reading that there is a question asking about what is the meaning of that, like that. Okay, this is a essay type question for 10 marks. Okay, what the students can write on that? They simply write some telegraphic word. What means the telegraphic words tell the answer. Okay, that's not the way of asking the questions. Okay, thereby when you are asking the question only, you can understand the knowledge, creativity, and attitude of that particular students. Okay, that is a mandatory things in the outcome-based education. Not framing the syllabus or putting the objective, but evaluating the student is a very, very important thing in the outcome-based education that I will come back later. Again, these students should be able to write project proposals, complete projects, analyze case studies, give case presentations, show their abilities to think, question research, and make decision based on the findings. Okay, these are the things the students has to do. Then only their thinking capacity will improve. Otherwise, they never think about that because everybody have a same kind of brain. Okay, brain amount in all the person is almost the same. How they are utilizing the brain, that is the most important thing. Okay, for example, all the students are bright, but how they are utilizing the brains, that is the most important thing. Okay, without reading or without thinking, nothing will comes out in our mind. Okay, now the based on the outcome based education, what the teachers is do is you have to improve or induce the thinking capacity and creativity of the students by asking several questions. Because you all know that now, based on the ICT based technology, the students and teachers are co-learners. Okay, because before the teachers know certain topic, the students they don't know anything. They get the knowledge only from the teachers. Now it is not like that. They before coming to the class, they all reading from the internet, from some source. Either some PowerPoint, some PDF files, some books, anything in the literature content also Wikipedia. Like that, there are so many contents are available. They are also reading, and we are also reading the same content and go and teach the students. Okay, thereby we are all co-learners. Teachers and students are co-learners. Thereby, we don't have to teach much to the topic, but you have to ask some critical questions to the students to induce their minds to increase the thinking capacity. That's what we have to do in the outcome based education. And again, be more creative, able to analyze and synthesize information, and again, able to plan and organize tasks, able to work in a team as a community or in an entrepreneurial service teams to propose solutions to problems and market their solutions. This is what the expectations on students under this particular outcome-based education. These are the things already yesterday this was discussed. Maybe I can skip these things. Okay, here what this is actually the traditional education versus the current one. Again, this is also the same thing. For example, you all know that the OBE that shifts from measuring input and process to include measuring the output. The outcome is the most important. That's what you put, the outcome based education. Okay, what is the outcome? That is the most important thing. The input here is a teaching. What the teacher will do, they teach some topics. Again, the curriculum is a very important thing. Nowadays, another important thing is we have to introduce more practical than the theory. Okay, before, for example, normally we have a more core paper, that is a theory paper, and only one lab or two labs are there in the each semester. Now, what they are insisting is we have to introduce more lab-oriented courses and again project-oriented papers. Okay, now a lab as well as the project, that is important. There only the students' creativity will be again problem solving, lab, and again project. In that way only you can induce the thinking and creative knowledge of the students. If you are teaching a certain topic to the students always, they never think of that. Okay. Again, there are so many other sources also there to induce the thinking capacity of the students. Again, the process here is a teaching and learning in different ways. And again, here in the program and subject outcome, that is again based on the students during the graduation. Okay, here the long-term goal here is actually the program educational outcomes. Okay, that's a short term is actually the program outcome. Again, the long term is the program educational outcomes. Okay, there the graduates comes out from that particular graduation that fulfill the stakeholders' satisfaction. Who are the stakeholders? There are so many people: employer, industry advisors, academic staff, public, students, alumni, all are stakeholders of this. Okay. Here, what they have to do is, for example, how we are assess the students, assessment by exam, test, assignments, again, assessment of teaching staff, lecture material, flow. These are the things we are do the academic audit and all. Okay. Again, what we have to do is the down one. You can see here there are more thinking project with analysis. Another important aspect is a feedback from industry, alumni, and other stakeholders. We are doing most of the institutions. We are doing the feedback, but we are analyzing too. That all based on the numbers. For example, we are giving some feedback to the students to fill it out. How is your curriculum? It's a good, very good, or excellent, or poor. Okay, in that way, we are asking the feedback. This feedback is not at all useful. It never help the institutions go further or further improvement. Okay, here you need a descriptive feedback. Okay, for example, that it cannot be received by all the students. Maybe some students, some best students and some worst students, they can give this. Worst means in the mark aspect. Okay, they can give their feedback in a descriptive way. How is the curriculum? Okay, for example, in this particular paper, these are the codes. These are the topics are not relevant to the exactly this one. Maybe it may not require for our future. In that way, if they give the suggestions, then this will be analyzed and this has to be taken to the board of studies. Okay, here that affiliated colleges also can do some help. What they can do is they can get some feedback from the students and they can write it to the board of studies chairman. In the board of what the job of the board of studies chairman is, he has to put it in that particular feedback in the board of studies and discuss there and to give the solution to that particular students. This is what the feedback. Again, the infrastructure also we have to do it like that. But here I am discussing about the curriculum. That's what I'm telling this particular example. Again, this is all very important. This feedback is very important in the stakeholders aspect. Again, to improve the quality of the curriculum. And again, clear continuous improvement step that I can come back later. Okay. Now, these are the outcomes. You all know that this is already discussed in a detailed way yesterday. Vision and mission of the institution or faculty, and again program educational objectives, program outcomes, and learning outcomes, that is actually the course outcome of subject. Here, the first two, okay, these are actually interrelated. All the four are inter. That's why I put an arrow mark up and down. Okay, here you can see the arrow marks are up and down. Okay, because these all are interrelated and again complement each other. But the first two are actually long-term outcomes. The vision and mission of the institution is a long-term. They may have certain goals, short-term, again medium-term, long-term. But these all, the mission and vision should be attained in a very long manner, very long time. And again, the program educational objective also in a long-term outcome. And again, the bottom two, program outcomes and learning outcomes, these are actually short-term outcomes. You can change accordingly your needs time to time. Okay, that is what I put it here as a short-term outcomes. Okay, for example, if there is a course that have a certain issues, immediately you can reframe the syllabus. In that way, you can change the outcomes. Okay, again time to time, for need based also. For example, some of the industry, they need to change some of the topics in their curriculum. That also based on the industrial expert, you can change the curriculum. Okay, thereby the outcome will be different. Okay, thereby the program outcome also may change. Okay, for example, now our university has introduced the industry 4.0 and education 5.0. Okay, based on that we are modifying the curriculum, our course outcome. Modify the curriculum, based on that the course outcome will be different. If the course outcome will be different, that reflect in the program outcome, the industry 4.0, that reflect in the program outcome, thereby the program outcome also can be changed. Thereby there is a short term outcome and there is a long term outcome. These are all actually the attainment of the outcome based education. Okay, now here in this picture, you can clearly see what is the outcome-based education, how one can improve. Okay, here, this is what the assessment has to be done. Okay, the first one, you can see the inner circle. Okay, here, you can see the inner circle here, the learning outcomes. Okay, you can assess the continuous quality assessment. Okay, continuous quality of the each course. Okay, here what you can do is from the learning outcome, you do the assessment of the students. Okay, based on the assessment, we have to do the analysis, and again you have to check the quality. If there is not much quality in that particular paper, you have to revise the syllabus. You have to revise the course syllabus. Based on that, the learning outcome will change or course outcome will change. They again further do the assessment. Again, you can do the analysis like that, the first inner circle. Okay. Then the next one. Again, based on that course outcome, what we have to do is you have to check the program outcomes. Okay. The program outcome, you have to go with, you can match with the course outcome with or learning outcome with the program outcome. Again, you do the assessment. Based on that, you do the assessment and again do the analysis. Again, the quality can be verified. Okay. If these both are okay or fine, then you have to go to program objectives. What is the objective of that PG program or UG program? Again, you do the assessment, you do the analysis, and again the quality can be verified. And that is actually, these are actually, the entire part is actually the stakeholders' mission and vision. Okay, this is what the outcome-based education. The analysis or the attainment of outcome is the most important thing in the outcome-based education. Here, how one can do the continuous quality improvement. Okay, here only. Okay, do what you say. That means, for example, we have prepared the syllabus. From the syllabus, we have certain objectives. And we have a course have a certain objective and again certain outcome. From that, do what you say. Okay, again, you have to prove it. Prove means you have to do the objective and again you have to check the outcome. The students, you have to verify the students. Again, you have to prove it. You made the course outcome. You made the course outcome. Okay, if it is not happen, okay, then you have to improve it. Okay, for example, first you have to deliver the syllabus and again assess the student. Based on the assessment, the attainment is done, then it is done. You have proved. If it is not happen, again you have to improve it. Okay, how to improve it? Because what you have taught the entire syllabus, but your course outcome or course objectives are not delivered or not attained by the students. Thereby, you have to improve the syllabus again, redo that. That is what you are making the improvement. For example, initially in the mapping, we are mapping the course outcome or a learning outcome with the program outcome. There, the strong, for example, you have a program outcome of 10 points, and again course outcome maybe 3 or 4 points. 4 points. Then 4 into 10, there is a 40 matrix points will be there in the mapping. Okay, there the strong may be 10. Okay, medium may be 20. Again, the L may be remaining 10. There is a 40. Okay, now because of that, you are not able to attain this particular attainment. Then you have to improve the syllabus. Based on that, the S number will increase, keep on increase. You are making strong of your syllabus. Okay, thereby the S will increase, the M and L will keep on decrease. Okay, further, if you change the syllabus, again the number of S will increase. Like that, you are strengthening your syllabus based on the feedback from the students. Okay, feedback and evaluation of the students. Based on that only we are strengthening our whole syllabus. Okay, your program is strengthening, getting strengthened by feedback and again assessment from the students. And again, these are actually here what you have to do is this. These are actually implementation of the OBE program here. Effective program educational objective, effective program outcome, practical assessment tools, effective assessment planning, again robust evaluation planning, and again continuous quality assessment. That is actually these are all the procedures in place to implement the outcome based education program. Okay, I will explain little more on that in the later point of my slides. Okay, again, these are some of the characteristics of the outcome-based curricula. These are what are the characteristics again? This again everyone knows that. The first one is the program objective, program outcomes, course outcomes, and performance indicators. Performance indicators means there is a knowledge level, creative level, attitude, like that. I can explain you that in the later slides. Again, it is a objective and outcome driven again, where every stated objective and outcomes can be assessed and evaluated. Okay, that is what we are testing the knowledge level of the particular students. Again, it is centered around the needs of the students and the stakeholders. Okay, mostly the syllabus is mostly centered among the students only. Okay, we are all for the students. Based on the students' needs only, we are teaching the particular curriculum. This is what the characteristic of OBE. And again, these are further a few more characteristics. Again, this everyone knows. Yesterday also, again, there's the same thing repeating. And another important thing is actually this program outcomes that addresses the knowledge, skills, and attitudes. Okay, this is an important thing in the outcome-based education. They are testing the knowledge level of the students, again skill sector, again attitudes to be attained by the students. And again, another important aspect is a teaching learning method. They may have to be integrated to include different delivery methods that we are doing now, because I don't know whether we agree or not, but after the lockdown period, we are trained with many teaching methods, several teaching methods. We all teach only in the blackboard, and again we have certain LCD projector. Based on that, we put some PowerPoint slide. In that way only we teach the students. But now a lot of ICT based technology is involved in the teaching method within last 6 to 7 months, and we have changed the teaching style also. Okay, these are completely come to the different. Okay, thereby we are adopting so many teaching methodologies for implementing our curriculum. That is no problem. And again, another important aspect is actually the objective here is the program is in preparing graduates for their career and professional accomplishments. That is the most important thing. Okay, but we are not putting the students for their only higher education, to make the students to become a career oriented and professional accomplishment. Again, the students capability should be consistent with the institution's missions. That is actually the evidence of your attainment and outcome. And again, involvement of constituents in as stakeholders, that is actually again evidence for implementing the outcome-based education. And again, here they all the students are expected to know and able to perform or attain by the time of graduation. That's what Madam was talking about, the graduate attributes yesterday. Okay, there are 12 points for the graduate attributes. If time permits, I can explain you what are the 12 points in the later part of my slides. Okay, again the outcomes. Okay, there is all the levels. Attitude in the outcome in all the levels. These are the levels. Okay, for example, here these are the outcomes. The student should get the outcome. Okay, the first thing is ability to acquire and apply fundamental principles. Okay, again the capability, based on this only we have to form the program outcomes. Based on this only we have to frame the program outcomes. Ability to acquire and apply fundamental principle about that particular course. And again, capability to communicate effectively. That is the most important thing. For example, some of the people, they do very good research, but they are not able to communicate the research, thereby they become a very poor researchers. But in the other part, in the opposite way, some of the people are very poor researchers, but they are a very good writers. In that way, their research will be much improved. Okay, therefore, effective communication is the most important thing. Therefore, we have to improve the capability to communicate effectively. And again, acquisition of technical competence in specialized areas. Okay, for example, if there is a graduate program, there are more than 15 or 20 core paper may be there. The students may not have knowledge in all the papers. It may not require. He might be interested in some special topic that will improve the capacity of that particular students. Okay, we have to identify the student's knowledge level in all the subjects, in which way he is good. Okay, thereby you have to identify. So the ability to identify, again, formulate and model problems and find engineering solutions. Again, the ability to conduct research in chosen fields. That is another important thing. And again, understanding of the importance of sustainability and cost effectiveness in design and development of solutions. And again, understanding and commitment to professional and ethical responsibilities. Okay, these are some more points. Again, ability to work effectively as an individual and as a member or leader in a team. Ability to multi-skilled personnel with good technical knowledge, management leader, again, leadership and entrepreneurial skills, and awareness of the social, cultural, global, and environmental responsibilities. Again, capability and enthusiasm for self-improvement through continuous professional development and lifelong learning. This is what the program outcome. Okay, we have to frame. Okay, these are all the general concept to prepare the program outcomes, but based on this only, we have to frame the specific programs. Okay, if it is a mathematics, that have a certain specific program like the based on this particular kin, thereby you have to frame the program outcome. And again, if there is a literature, we have to frame the program outcome by using this formula to frame the program outcomes. Okay, again, the next important thing is a learning outcome. How one can form the learning outcome is actually that are actually expected from a certain subject, and these are assessed and evaluated through various measurement tools. You all know that how one can measure this particular thing. How one can measure the learning outcomes? There are a lot of assessments. Starting from the test, there are so many assessments that we will come back later. Okay. Again, these are the requirements from the students. The students has to play a very active role. That is the most important thing. If the students are not interested, then implementing the outcome-based education is very, very difficult. They must come prepared for each class, again contribute by teaching others, again actively participating, again taking risk, learning from the instructor and classmates. This is not happening in most of the days. Okay, the students they all simply come and sitting in the classroom and they go away, and they are thinking the teacher is telling something and we can read from the internet or book, then write exam. Like that they are thinking. It's not like that, because the teachers have their own experience. Because reading doesn't help in most of the time. The experience speaks a lot, because the teachers have a lot of experience. They have to make use of the teachers. Okay, but it's not happening in many of the cases. Okay, but based on the outcome based education, we have to try to implement these concepts. Again, ethics here, the respect, this is related to national
Live
benchmark.
streaming is on.
Again, admission to graduate schools. That is the most important thing. Again, the performance in group and intensive assignments. Again, assignments in report and test. Here, the P is a program, C is the course. Okay, because you all know that the exit survey can be done based on the program, and some of the things can be attained from the course also. Okay, the performance in the group and intensive we can attain from the course outcome, not from the program outcome. Okay, these are some of the assessment tools, because some of the institutions they are using several other assessment tools also to evaluate the students. Okay. Again, the student surveys in individual and focused group interviews, peer evaluations, self-evaluations, student portfolios in different club activities, and again behavioral observation, written test linked to learning outcomes, written project reports, oral presentation or live or videotape, research proposals, student formulated problems, classroom assessment teaching, like that. There are so many assessment tools to assess the students to for their knowledge levels. Okay, all the things has to be implemented in the outcome based education. Okay, here are some of the continual quality improvement. Continual quality improvement, the assessment and the evaluation process that provide critical information. Okay, based on that only you are improving the skill of the students and improving the curriculum. Okay, now you have to improve the improvements that have to be based on the feedback. That's what I already mentioned. From the evaluations will close the system loop, and process will continue year by year. Okay, in this year the program may be little weak. Based on the feedback and the continuous evaluation, you are putting some more input to the course, thereby you are improving the course. Like that you have to make the particular course is a very perfect course based on the feedback as well as the evaluation. Okay, again, this is a definition that you know what is the outcome based education. Here, the outcome based education is a student centric teaching and learning methodology in which the course delivery, assessment, are planned to achieve stated objectives. That is what the course outcome, program specific outcome, program educational objectives. Okay, all the things that can be attained. Okay, these are all the things I can skip. You all know that what is a course, what is a course outcome, again what is a program. Okay, because before in several institutions they confuse with the course and program. Okay, the course is actually the individual paper. Okay, that's everyone knows. But before they call it as a PSC course, PSC physics course, PSC maths course. This is not. These are all program. Okay, PSC program, MSc program. But in that there are certain papers. Those papers are actually called it as a course. In university also in lot of documents it is in the opposite way, because they call it as a BSc as a course. Okay, it's not like that. BSc is a program, but again MSc is a program. Again, these are again definition of all the things. I am skipping all the things. Again, there are 12 graduate attributes that already mentioned, Madam has mentioned. The graduate attributes, 12 in numbers, are examples of the attributes expected of a graduate from an accredited program. Okay, because the NAAC, they always ask about the graduate attributes. Professor Vanita has made one graduate attribute to Bharathiar University that is displayed in almost all the departments. Okay, maybe time permits, I can explain you what are the 12 points. Okay, that's what I mentioned. I'll try. Here, this is actually the knowledge levels for assessment of outcome based in Bloom taxonomy. Okay, based on the time, I can explain little bit on this particular parameter in the next PowerPoint slide. How one can ask the questions in this particular point. This is actually the knowledge level of the students during the outcome-based education. Okay, the first parameter, this is there in the Bharathiar University syllabus. This outcome-based syllabus, this K1, K2, K3 level will be displayed in each paper. Okay, here the K1 is the knowledge, K2 is the comprehension, K3 is the application, K4 is analysis, K5 is synthesis, K6 is HK evaluation. These are the knowledge level of the students they have to attain during the course of work. Okay, the first one, what is a knowledge? It is again the ability to remember the previously learned material or information. This is just a markup. Definition. For example, in physics, what is Ohm's law? Okay, they should remember. Okay, they should remember that concept. Ohm's law means this is a Ohm's law. That is a knowledge level. Okay, again, what is Newton's law? What is Kepler's law? Okay, this is a knowledge level. This is a remembrance. It is the ability to remember the previously learned material or information. Now, the next one is the application. What is the application? It is the ability to use learned material in new and concrete situations. Okay, for example, you all know that the Newton's law, third law. Okay, there is every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Okay, thereby, based on that, we are launching the rocket. Okay, that is the application. Okay, that is the application. Now, they are meaning the law. Newton's law is a law. They remember, they know that based on the law, what is the meaning of that particular law? What is the equal? What is the action? What is the equal and opposite? All the meaning they learn, and the next application they are implementing it in the rocket. It is the ability to use learned material in new and concrete situations. Okay, now they are analyzing, okay, the law and the device. Okay, you know the law is actually law, the scientific law, the science law never fails. Okay, the technology, the rocket, the technology may fail sometimes. Okay, but now if the technology fails, then they have to analyze, okay, how the rocket is not able to reach the particular place. Okay, they have to analyze. In that way, they have to analyze the law, Newton's law again. Why it is not going? What is the entire principle behind that particular thing? Okay, the law is every action. There is an equal and opposite reaction. There is a fire is created inside the particular rocket. In that, there is a pressure is comes out in the opposite way. That pull to the rocket in the opposite. There is that push to the rocket in the opposite way, but the pressure is come in the opposite way. Okay, now during that reaction, something has happened. That is a reason it's not able to reach the specific place. We have to analyze that particular current. This is what the analysis. Again, synthesis. What is the synthesis process? It is the ability to put parts against subsections together to form a new whole material idea, concept, and information. Okay, in that way, maybe the technology fails, then you have to make a new technology, or they have to solve that particular problem. This is what they have to do again, the synthesis. And again, finally, evaluation means they have to find out some more technique beyond this particular technique or better than this technique. This is what the evaluation. Now, you just think that how the knowledge to evaluation goes up. Okay, this is what you can create a knowledge level for assessment of outcome based. Okay, maybe I can stop this PowerPoint slide here. I can go to the graduate attribute, the 12 points. Actually, that is for the engineering graduates, but it's not This also same for our case also. How one can create that particular one. I can share that particular thing. Okay, here. Okay. The 12 point. These are actually the 12 points, the graduate attributes in outcome-based education. This is for the engineering graduates. Here, the engineering knowledge. For example, first one is engineering knowledge. Again, problem analysis, design and development of solutions, conduct investigations of complex problems, and again, modern tool usage. Again, the engineer and society. Here, we have to change accordingly in our subject. And again, again the environment and sustainability, ethics, individual and teamwork, and again communication, again project management, and finally lifelong learning. Okay, this is what the 12 points one should mind, keep it in mind to create a graduate attributes in outcome based education. I'm not going in depth, maybe I can close this again. Now I can come to the Bloom taxonomy. Because in the previous slide, last but one slide, I mentioned about the knowledge level. Here I can explain you how the knowledge level of the students can be tested. One minute, I will open the slide, sir. Okay, here is actually about the Bloom taxonomy. This is a very, very mandatory things in the outcome-based education. Okay, because till now, maybe before, if you want to explain the syllabus which we have framed during the syllabus revision in Bharathiar University, I can just share the template of the slide and explain you. Otherwise, I can explain with the Bloom taxonomy. Which one you need, madam? Ma'am? Ma'am? I don't know who is there.
Sir.
Ma'am, do I like to do I have to explain the template which we have framed the syllabus in the syllabus revision during our university, or I can go to the Bloom taxonomy about the question papers? Which one you prefer, ma'am? Madam?
Sir, our syllabus, sir.
Syllabus I can explain. Okay, first I can explain the syllabus.
Sir, our syllabus, sir.
Yeah, I can explain.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
I can take one of the syllabus as an example here. One particular program. Here. Okay, this is actually the syllabus of our university for the affiliated colleges. For example, this is a PSC mathematics syllabus. You all know that. Here, we have framed the program educational objectives. Okay. For example, the PSC mathematics course program, the program educational objective, they have framed P1 to P7. The first one is to acquire knowledge in functional areas of mathematics and apply in all the fields of learning. Okay, like that they have framed 7 program educational objective based on the formula which I have explained during my lecture. Okay, the next point is actually from that. Now, this is a program specific outcome, this particular mathematics, with the students, if they learn the BSc mathematics program, what are the specific outcomes from that particular students? That's what they are given the specific outcome here. This is also some 7 points. This is not mandatory to keep the 7 points. Either you can keep it as a 5 points or 7 points. In the previous one also, even the program educational objective also maybe 5 or 7 or 10, again based on your requirements. Like that, in the program specific outcome also they put 7, that is fine. Okay, you can keep it as 5 or 10, that is also no problem. But here you can see the outcomes to maintain a core of mathematical and technical knowledge that is adaptable to changing technologies and provides a solid foundation for extended learning. That's what we have given the fundamental knowledge to the students. Okay, for example, every program or every BSc or MSc program, we normally start from certain subjects. Okay, then from that basic subject only the advanced subject will add on in the successive semesters. Okay, but some of the colleges nowadays they are changing the paper here and there. That is not like that, because some of the papers are very basic and fundamental paper. If they learn that particular course, then only they can learn some advanced course, because some of the concept from this course will come to the advanced course. Okay, in that way, that way we have to teach the students in a very fundamental aspects. Okay, this PSO would maybe opt for almost all the courses. Okay, in there all the subjects, there the fundamental concepts is very important. Thereby, if they teach some fundamental concept, the PSO will be very strong. And again, identify the applications of mathematics in other disciplines. Now you can just think of my explanation in the general slide about the program educational objective. There also I talk about again the knowledge level of the students. There also I talk about the applications. Here they also framing the program specific outcome like that. And again develop a depth in depth. They develop an in-depth knowledge in mathematics, again appreciating the connections between theory and its application. Now, just think of all the knowledge level, it is exactly matching the PSOs. Okay, just thinking of the knowledge level which I have explained 2 slides before, and again you just compare the PSOs, these both are matching each other. Okay, this is what you have to frame the PSO. And again, the next important thing is the program outcome. That also almost similar to the PSO. And again, this is exactly related to your program. Again, it's a mathematics, again, the PO may match with some other programs too. For example, the particular institution have a PSc mathematics. For example, the science is the program. Faculty, again, arts is another faculty. Again, commerce is another faculty. Again, management is another faculty. All the science faculty may come together with the PEOs. That's a program educational objectives. Okay, all the arts may come with a one program educational objective. Like that, the management and commerce. Okay, they all come with certain program educational objective. Within the science, almost all have a same program educational objective, but sometimes there might be a small change, but not much change. But again, the program specific and program outcome that all directly related to the program which we are offering. It's a mathematics means mathematics. Again, physics means physics. Again, chemistry means chemistry. Okay, like that you have to frame the POs, PSOs, and POs. Now, the next thing is actually here we all the university syllabus there is a scheme of examination pattern. This is a very important thing, because here only the board of studies chairman they have a lot of confusions. Okay, it's not for example every program have their own code. Okay, that code is our controller of examination have that particular code, program code. Okay, not course code, there is a program code. If it is a PSC mathematics, you might see in the first slide, you can see here. This is a 22A is a program code of the mathematics, PSC mathematics. Now, if you go to this particular scheme of examination pattern, this is the first semester. You can see here this is a PSC mathematics curriculum for the affiliated colleges, which is revised during the academic year 2021. Here, this is a course code. Okay, the course code always come with a number. Okay, for example, the first language one, that means a Tamil. Language one is a Tamil, French, or any other language. Okay, if it is a Tamil, that course code is actually 1T1. Okay, 1T1. One is a first semester, T is for Tamil. If it is a French, it is F. If it is a Hindi, it is H. Again, 1T1. That is a first language paper. Okay, again, there is a next one. Again, this English. That is actually again 1E1. English is a mandatory. Therefore, 1E1. That is a second paper. 1E1 is a second paper. Now, the core paper start. Sorry, not this is not one. Correct. This is actually 1E2. Both are language paper. 1T1, 1E2. That is a Tamil. Another one is a English. And again, third paper is a core paper. Because here you can see there is no course code. This is what you have to frame the course code. Okay, 1T1, 1E1, and again 1-3-1. 3 is actually the core subject. 1-3-1. This is a first core paper. Okay, core paper 1, that is a classical algebra, that is 1-3-1. Now, core paper 2, that is a calculus, therefore 1-3-2, that is a course paper. 1-3-2 is a course paper 2. Now, you are coming to the allied paper. Okay, here, this is actually 1A1. Okay, 1A. A is actually the first paper. Here they are not considering as a number. Here 1AA is an allied paper. Okay, one is again first semester. A means allied paper. Another A means allied first paper. Okay, if there is two allied papers, again 1AB is actually the next paper. Okay, again environmental studies also they have another code. I have forgotten that particular code. There is another code. Again, it starts from 1. Again, there is another code number will come. Again, if there is a practical, again that comes under core. Therefore, 1 is a first semester. There is a practical. That means 1. There is a core. That is 3. Again, there is a practical P. Okay, this is what we have to frame the course code for that particular topic. You know the next line is the next column is a title of the course. Again, the credits. Okay, here we have put the credits, not hours. Okay, but here we have put the hours, theory and practical hours. How many hours we are teaching in each week? That is a thing. Because here some people they put the total number of hours. Okay, total number of hours they are teaching to the particular code. This is not like that. The theory here it is actually the each week how many hours they are teaching that particular code. So that is a theory. Like that the practical. Okay. Now the continuous internal assessment mark and semester examination mark. That is a total. This is what the scheme of examination pattern. Okay. Now the next important thing is this year the university we are insisting all the board of studies chairpersons to frame certain value added courses and certificate courses. This is mandatory that everyone knows. Okay, because in the affiliated colleges also when you go to NAAC SSR they ask how you are enriching the curriculum. That is the most important thing. Okay, enriching the curriculum is very, very important. For that, what we are doing is we are conducting certain guest lectures. Okay, that not comes in any way to their mark or anything. Okay, but in that is the reason this time we are insisting the board of studies chairperson to implement certain value added courses. That value added courses, some of the value added courses may be related to the same curriculum, or some of them may be for skill oriented courses or something job oriented courses like that. Okay, that is what we have insisted the chairpersons to implement the things. Okay, but when they are implementing or framing the syllabus, it's a lot of problem. Okay, that is what we have given some suggestions to the board of studies chairpersons. What are the suggestions? This one, for example, the board of studies chairpersons, they can give open choice in that for the value added courses. Okay, for example, they can give few value added courses for BSc mathematics program, some 3 or 4 programs. Some of the colleges, they may not be interested in that particular value added courses. They may be interested in some other value added courses. Thereby, they can frame the syllabus and they can send it to the board of studies chairperson. Thereby, the board of studies chairperson can approve the syllabus and send it to the syllabus section of the university. In the forthcoming and the next standing committee meeting, it may be approved. Okay, in that way also we can increase the value added courses in the syllabus of affiliated colleges. This is what we have given the suggestions. There are so many things to do in the out of syllabus. For example, in the BSc, we have to have almost 140 credits, I think. We have to go for 140, that is mandatory. 140 credit is actually mandatory for the BSc students. From that, out of that, we have to go for online courses. That is Swayam, MOOC courses, and again, lot of other value added courses, certificate courses like that we have to do. But in the NAAC, again, they are insisting us to do the value added courses for minimum of 30 hours. Okay, you have to teach or you have to conduct the value added courses minimum of 30 hours. We have to frame the syllabus accordingly for the value added courses. Okay, in that way. Okay, this actually, for example, here you can see these are the regular scheme of examination pattern. If you go to this particular, this is there in the university websites already. The drop syllabus is there. Now the most of the colleges, they are already started the class based on the syllabus, but till why we kept it as a drop means there is some corrections, because this time we are entirely revised the syllabus, and again we made a lot of formatting in that. If there is any error or something mistakes are there, that can be rectified before putting it as a regular syllabus. That's what we kept it as a draft syllabus. Here the suggestions are still invited. Okay, if they have any suggestions or some corrections or some change, you can directly contact to the respective chairman, board of studies, as well as the curriculum development, sorry, CDC dean. There's a college development council dean, Dr. Laulina. You can contact anytime if you have any difficulty or if you want to change some content in the syllabus. Okay, that is what we put it as a top syllabus in the university website till now. Okay, that's why you please keep in mind that if there is any change, please inform us immediately. Okay, and again, this is what the syllabus. Now, if you go to particular paper, okay, this is a first semester paper. Here you can see the course code. Okay, here also there are a lot of confusion. Each people, they are putting the course code as a different things, because the course code is almost similar to all the departments. All the departments, again, all the programs. Okay, I have already mentioned that the classical algebra, because here in this is a mathematics syllabus, thereby there is no language, and language is given separately. The language Tamil, English, and again other subjects, it's given separately in the top syllabus. Now, here they have given only the core paper. That's the classical algebra is the first paper. Thereby the course code, here they made it as a empty part. Here it is a 1-3A. The first semester, this is a first semester paper. That is 1 3A is the first core paper. Okay, here again the next line, next row, you can see there is a core, elective, and supportive. Here they made it as a core paper one. Okay, this is a core paper. Just mention this is fine. Otherwise, what we can do is we can remove the elective and supportive here. This is actually the model template we have given. They have used the template and they have not removed this one. These two should be removed. The elective and supportive should be removed. Thereby, here in this particular column, there is a core only there. And again here, the lecture, theory, practical, and credit. Okay, how many credit for lecture, and again how many credit for tutorial, not theory. This is not theory, this is a tutorial, and this is a practical, because some of the places, some of the programs, they keep lecture, tutorial, and practical together, and some programs, some courses, they keep lecture and tutorial, and some places lecture and practical may be there, like that we put it like that. This is a lecture, here only lecture, there is no tutorial and there is no practical. Thereby the lecture is for 4 credit, that's directly transferred to the total credit. C means total credit, that is a 4 credit. This is what LTPC, lecture, tutorial, practical, and total credit. It is 4 credit for lecture, therefore the total credit is. If now there is a tutorial, then this may be 3 and tutorial may be 1, therefore total is 4, like that. Again, here there's a prerequisite, they put it as a knowledge of limits. This is not like that. For example, if there is a student, he or she wanted to learn classical algebra, what they have to put here is, if they wanted to learn classical algebra, what is the basic knowledge required? Okay, for the requirement of learning the classical algebra in one sentence, that is actually should be represented here. That is what the prerequisite, but here they put it as a knowledge of limits. I don't know, this is not correct. Now here the next one is a syllabus version, because the university, they are sending the question paper setting to the examiner. There, if you put the syllabus version here, then it can be easily identified. Okay, that is what here we have put the syllabus version, that is 2021. Now this is a course objectives. You can see there are certain points. This is not even 1, 2, 3. You can make it as a paragraph too. Okay, you don't have to put 1, 2, 3 also. This is also fine. This is very fine, but you can also make it as a one single paragraph also to put a course objective. And again, the another important thing is a course expected course outcomes. Okay, here in this particular topic, there is the classical algebra. There they have a course outcome 1. Okay, because based on the course outcome, what they learn from the particular syllabus, and what is the knowledge level of that. If they learn this particular topic, for example, know the concept of binomial, exponential, logarithmic series and their applications to summation of series. Okay, this is all. This is just a remembrance. This is just K1 means just a remembrance of that particular, checking the remembrance of that particular student. So that is why this outcome is in the K1 level. Okay, then the another outcome, the next outcome is to acquire the clear knowledge regarding methods. Thereby that is actually the K2 level. Okay, I have already mentioned what is K1, K2, K3, K4, K5 and K6. Okay, here this is what K1 is a remember, K2 is a understand, K3 is apply, K4 is analyze, K5 is evaluate, K6 is create. Okay, this is what this is a K1, K2, K3 level. Okay, this is what they frame the course outcomes or learning outcome. Course outcome or learning outcomes. Now here this is a unit 1, because some of the board, they have not given any title to the particular unit. The title of the unit is mandatory again. Definitely the title should be there. Okay, based on the title only, again the syllabus should be there. Again, you can see here in the syllabus, this is one single line. Almost one single line is given in the unit 1. Okay, they are teaching 12 hours. Okay, here the syllabus should not be like this. Okay, this should be some explanatory way. Binomial means what are the things they learn it from the binomial. Okay, again, exponential theorem means what are the things they learn it from exponential. It should be a paragraph. One unit syllabus should be one paragraph. For example, you can see the unit 3, only 3 or 4 words are there. Okay, this is not the correct way of framing the syllabus. Okay, always the syllabus should be in a paragraph. Okay, minimum of 4 or 5 lines should be there when you are framing the syllabus. It should be in a very explanatory way. Okay, because some of the papers, for example, now here in this paper, you can given certain references, textbooks. Okay. For example, some of the texts, some of the, for example, we are sending the paper to, setting the question paper to one examiner. He might not have this particular paper, the book, the algebra by Manika Vasagam is not with him. What he will do? He will refer some other book. There, the content of the book may be different than this particular book. Thereby, he framed some other questions other than the syllabus. For example, if you give a very detailed syllabus, then he can identify what are the things there in the syllabus. Thereby, you should always give the detailed syllabus in each unit, but it should not be like that. Especially the units 3 is not at all correct. That should be very explanatory way. Okay. Again, another thing is textbooks. Okay, the textbooks is very important, and again here you can put either textbook or book for study. It's because in PG level also some of the board they use the word textbook. Some of the member they objected the word textbooks. In the PG we don't have any textbook, we have some books. In that way we can put it as books for study, not textbook, because in the UG level most of the program they have a textbook.
Sir, sorry to disturb you, sir. Please zoom in the document, sir, please.
So, are you able to see now?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Now this is a textbook. Again, the next important thing is the reference books. Okay. This also here you can give it as a book for study in the textbook. Here a book for reference is another one. Okay. Now here this time we have insisted so many things. Now this is almost fine. Here, for example, the title of the book should be there, the name of the author should be there, and again the publishers. That is most important. Here the publishers is there. Again, should the edition of the book should be there. This is a first edition or second edition. All the things should be there. Okay. Some of the boards this is not followed. Again, this particular textbook and the reference book, these are actually 2004, 2006 and 2004. Now they have given one book in 2010. This is fine because these are actually fundamental topics. They should have a latest version of the book, no problem. But when they come to the application-oriented subjects or courses, they should introduce the new books, maybe in the 2015 or 16, 17 books. Okay. Now, this is what the related online content. So this is another reference. Now, this time we have introduced, this is mandatory because some of the students, they wanted to learn some of the online courses. Now, in Swayam and MOOC platform also, certain syllabus, certain courses are there that also may be given in this particular online contents. Now, another important thing in the top, I have mentioned, here they have put it as a unit 5 is mandatory. We have made unit 6 also. In some of the board, they have introduced unit 6. What is mean by unit 6? For example, that also the particular department, their work may be countable. That is the reason we have introduced to units. How it become countable? For example, every department, they used to conduct guest lectures. Okay, every department they used to conduct guest lectures per semester. Some at least 3 or 4 guest lecture in a semester. Okay, that you can make it as a subject wise. For example, this particular subject is a classical algebra. One expert on this particular topic, maybe call it as a guest faculty, and to give certain latest topic in this particular classical algebra, to teach about latest topic about classical algebra in terms of inviting him to the college to deliver a lecture, or you can conduct the webinar on that particular topic, or the particular faculty member teaching this particular paper can give some online video lecture related to this particular classical algebra. That is actually the unit 6. Or, for example, there is a Nobel Prize in physics. They are giving some Nobel, this year Nobel Prize may be given to some of the topics, and that may be covered in that particular paper as a final topic, then that is given as a special topic there. Okay, this is what we have introduced the unit 6, but in this particular syllabus the unit 6 is removed. Okay, this is what we put, that is nothing related to your syllabus. Okay, there is no question from that particular unit 6. That is actually the latest topic related to this particular paper, can be taught through the particular classical algebra topic. Okay, like that, all the things. For example, in each semester, you have a 2 or 3 credit core paper. Based on that, if you arrange some guest lecture or some other lecture to this particular topic, then that can be considered as a unit 6. Okay, but it is not, it is removed in this particular paper. Maybe I don't know whether in the next paper it is there or not. Now, here, you can see this is what mapping, which I have mentioned. Now, here you can see this is a program outcome, that is 10 points. PO1, PO2 to PO10. And again, this is CO1 to CO5. How they are putting CO1 to CO5 and PO1 to PO10? Because you have seen here in the top. Here you can see this is a PO. The PSO. This is a PO1 to PO10. They have a 10 program outcome. Okay, now if you go to the paper, that's particular codes, you can see here, this is a first, this is a first paper. Here you can see, now they have given CO1 to CO5. Okay, each codes, they have a course outcome or learning outcome. Here, they, for example, some people they may be confused with the objective and outcome. Some people they think that they give 3 objectives, they have to give only 3 outcomes. It's not like that. Course outcome is not related to the course objectives. That's what I mentioned. You can make it is 1, 2, 3, or it is a paragraph. But the course outcome you have to make it separately 1, 2, 3. Because then only you can compare this with the program outcome with a mapping. Okay, now these are actually the course outcome or learning outcome. Now come here. This is what the mapping. Now there is a program outcome 1, again the course outcome 1. They put it as a strong. Why it is strong? Now you just go and read the course outcome 1 to know the concept of binomial, exponential, logarithmic series and their application to summation of series. This is what the course outcome 1. Now directly you can take this to the program outcome 1. Okay, here you can see this is a program outcome 1. What is a program outcome 1? Students are empowered with analytical and logical skills to formulate results and construct mathematical argument. Okay, now that one has to exactly match with this program outcome 1. Then only it might be strong. Okay, otherwise it is medium or low. It's not directly related, then it is a strong. It is indirectly related, then it is a medium. It's not related, then it is a low. Okay, this is what you should compare and make this particular table. Okay, this is what the mapping. Okay, now all this mapping that need the knowledge level also should be tested. Okay, this course outcome, based on the course outcome, you have to test the knowledge. Okay, now the university has framed the syllabus for outcome based education. Now the university don't have any framework to test the knowledge of the students. Okay, till now. Okay, it may come in the next year or onwards, but till now, the university don't have any framework to measure the knowledge level of the particular students. Then you are the some of the most of the faculty members are the affiliated colleges. Now, how you can execute that particular thing? That is possible. Okay, without the help of the university also, you can do or you can test the knowledge of the students. That is very, very important. That is very easy. Okay, you are all the affiliated colleges, you are only conducting the internal examinations. Okay, through the internal examinations you can test the knowledge of the students by framing the questions in that way. Okay, that is a remembrance questions, understanding questions, apply, analyze, evaluate, and create level. Because for that you need a Bloom taxonomy. Bloom's taxonomy to frame the syllabus, frame the question paper for remember, understand, and all these levels. Okay, if you prepare the question paper like that, and you can easily test the students' knowledge level. Okay, for that you have to use your internal examination. Don't rely on the university right now, because the university it needs some more time for the end semester, because university means, for example, what we have to do is we have to frame the question paper based on the Bloom taxonomy. Again, in that we have to prefer, for example, we have to send the question paper to the question paper setter. They also follow to prepare the question paper according with the Bloom taxonomy and the given instruction by the controller of examination. Okay, that takes a little time, because this time this particular work itself took long time to formulate the things. We hope in the next year we can do that particular process also. Okay, in that way the students will be evaluated based on this particular knowledge levels. Okay, before that, much before that, all the colleges, affiliated colleges, based on the internal examination, they can start testing the knowledge level of the students by preparing the question paper based on Bloom taxonomy. Okay, now these are the things I wanted to explain with the things. Again, another thing we have asked the Board of Studies member to mention it here. Okay, for example, each syllabus, each course, the end of the line. For example, here you can see the end. We have requested, here it's mentioned. For example, the course designed by here Dr. C. Janagi and Mrs. B. Tenmudi. Okay, now if, for example, this is actually, this particular faculty members may working in some colleges. Okay, now the faculty members from the other colleges, if you have any query, or if you have any change or improvement in the syllabus, you can directly contact to the course designer. Okay, that is the reason we have given the course designer name to this particular syllabus. Okay, if there further improvement or some feedback, you can directly contact the course designer. Thereby, they can easily adopt the changes in the course page, in the particular course. That is the reason we have given the course designer name here. Okay, this is what we have prepared, but I hope the next Board of Studies, this year we have almost framed the syllabus with the exact format of OBE. We hope in the next year we can definitely improve this one. Also, we can go with a question paper pattern too, with a Bloom taxonomy, because setting the question paper with a Bloom taxonomy is very, very difficult for the examiners. Okay, for example, each question will take 1 day time to complete the things. Okay, because if you take one question in 1 day, it's very, very difficult for all the faculty members. Okay, that is the reason we have to have some idea to make it easy. Okay, for that, some of the colleges, what they are doing is they are giving some template based on the wordings in the Bloom taxonomy. Okay, that also I can show you. After this, maybe few minutes, I can show you the words which can be utilized, we can use for preparing the question paper in the knowledge level, creative level, evaluation level, synthesis level, like that. Okay, this is what the syllabus. I hope I have explained all the things in the syllabus of Bharathiar University, which we have implemented this year. Now I can directly go to the maybe I can directly go to this particular Bloom taxonomy. Okay. Okay, just I explained the Bloom taxonomy little bit, then I can, how long I can go? Maybe another 5 minutes. Madam, can I go for another 5 minutes?
Sir?
Another 5 minutes?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. This is actually the question paper pattern. Maybe I'm not explaining the detail. I can directly go to the question, how one can ask the question paper for different level. Okay, because these are the original, this Bloom taxonomy that I don't have to explain much now. Evaluating, these are the things I have already explained. Okay. 1 minute. Okay. Understanding. 1 minute. Okay, these are the things one should ask in the question paper. Okay, for example, in the remembering, what you have to do is recognizing, listing, describing, identify, retrieving, naming, locating, finding. All the things should be covered in the remembering things. For that, what you have to ask from the question is actually list, memorize, relate, show, locate, distinguish, give example, reproduce, quote, repeat, label, recall, know. But in our question paper, you can always see that define what is, which is, like that only we ask normally. But it is not like that. You can use all these words to ask the remembering questions. Okay, again, remembering certain potential activities. Some, for example, make a timeline of your typical day, make a concept, like that you can do. And again, this is actually the understanding about interpreting the things, exemplifying the things, summarizing the things, inferring, paraphrasing, classifying, comparing, like that. Okay, again, here you can ask the question that restate, identify, discuss, retell, research, annotate, or report, describe, observe, review. Like that, you can ask certain questions. Okay, this understanding. And again, these are the applying things. Here you have to implementing, carrying out, using, executing. This is what you have to ask. Here, what you have to do is translate, manipulate, exhibit, illustrate, calculate, interpret, make, practice, apply, operate. Like that, you can perform things. Here in the right side, also, there are a lot of things. Solving certain equations, collect the information, demonstrate, dramatize, construct. Like that, you can ask the question in the applying style. Okay. Again, these are the potentials in applying. Next important thing is the analyzing. Okay, here again distinguishing, again appraise, experiment. Like that, you can ask the questions. Again, these are analyzing again. Then evaluating the questions to evaluate. Here you have to evaluate the checking, hypothesis can be checked, critiquing, and again experimenting, judging, testing, detecting, monitoring. These are the things you have to do the evaluation process. Here, you can ask the questions based on the determine, prioritize, tell why, compare the things, evaluate the things, again, measure the things. Like that, you can ask many questions. Okay. Again, these are the evaluating potential. Again, creating. Here also you have to design, constructing, planning. This is what the highest knowledge level of the students. You can test the highest knowledge level of that particular students by the creativity of the students. For that, you have to test all the things. Okay. This is what you have to frame the questions to. Okay. Here you can do the compose, assemble, organize, invent, compile, forecast. Like that only you have to ask the question in the creative level. Okay, these are some of the things. These are actually the blooming questions. Okay, maybe because of the time I'm not able to complete it completely, but this is a way you have to. For example, this is a question for remembering. You can see what is, again, how many, what happened, can you name, find the definition of. These are actually some of the questions of remembrance. These are some of the questions for understanding. Can you explain? Can you write on certain topic? How do you explain? Can you write a brief outline? Again, what was the main idea behind that something? Again, can you clarify the particular thing? Can you illustrate particular thing? This is what actually understanding. And again, applying. Do you know of another instance where, again, can you group by characteristics such as which factors would you change if, like that you have to ask the question for applying. And again, the analyzing question is like that. Okay, which even would not have happened, again, if happened, what might the ending have been, again, how is, again, similar to, like that. These kind of questions are analyzing questions. Again, evaluating questions are like that. How would you handle, again, what changes to, again, would you remember, recommend, and again, what are the pros and cons of certain things, why is does value, again, what are the alternatives. Like that you can ask the evaluating questions. And again, the creativity questions, can you design certain things, can you see a possible solution, and in how many ways can you do certain things. Again, can you create new and unusual uses for certain things. Like that you can induce the creativity of that particular student. And again, these are some of the literatures available for the Bloom taxonomy. Maybe with this I can stop it. If you have any queries, please. Thank you for.
Okay, Akhil ma'am.
So thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So two of them, they drop their question.
Yeah, please, ma'am.
Sindhu Alagappan, she raised the question.
Okay.
Outcome-based education highly depends on what?
Highly
That is
depends
the
on the evaluation. It is mainly depend upon the evaluation. Based on the evaluation only, we can improve the knowledge level of the students. Again, further improve the syllabus or curriculum of the curriculum content. Thereby, this particular entire outcome-based education is purely depend upon the evaluation and again improving the syllabus or curriculum further. These are the two important things.
thank you. So the another question put forth by Johi Chaturvedi.
Yeah,
What
please.
are the various acts that an institute has to follow apart from NAAC guidelines? For example, Prevention of Pollution Act, Water Conservation, etc. And
Okay.
one more question she put forth, what is the difference between curriculum and the syllabus?
Curriculum and syllabus both are similar, but syllabus is actually only the papers. Curriculum means there are so many co-curricular, extracurricular, all comes in the curricular aspect. Okay, syllabus means it's only for the papers, courses. Okay, that is the only difference, but almost both are almost similar. Okay, and another thing about what she's asking about the different aspect of NAC. because
Yes, sir.
NAAC is assessing in 7 point criteria. Not only the curriculum is the first only one criteria, but the remaining six criteria are there. How effectively we are delivering the curriculum. That is actually the teaching learning process. And again, the how the curriculum improves the research knowledge of the particular faculty and students, how the research is going on. That is actually the third criteria. And for that, how the infrastructure has to be created. That is another criteria. And again, how the student support is there. That is another criteria. And again, how the institutional vision. For example, there is another criteria, that's the institution vision and mission. Based on that, there is another criteria, and one more criteria is actually institutional uniqueness. Okay, like that they are testing so many criteria. Among these, there is only one criteria is a curricular aspect. Okay, here we are not only talking about the syllabus, we are talking about so many things in the curricular aspects. Okay, that is what this is called it as a curricular aspect, not the syllabus aspect.
Thank you so much, sir. You lectured on the topic Outcome Based Education Syllabus 2020-21 by Bharathiar University. Very comprehensive and crystal clear, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
A moment of gratitude makes a difference in your attitude. I would like to call Mr. T. Purushothaman, Head Department of Biotechnology, to propose the vote of thanks.
Yeah.
Colleges. You have highlighted the Bloom's taxonomy also. Thank you, sir. The value of college education is not the learning of many facts, but the training of the mind to think. With this quote, I express our gratitude to our principal, Dr. B. Subramani, for his guidance and motivation. Thank you, sir. In the absentia, we would to thank our management for their regular support. I express our sincere thanks to IQAC coordinator, Professor and Head Mathematics, Mrs. Kaunti, Dean Languages, Dr. Manjula Suresh, Director MBA, Dr. Krishna Kumar, HODs, Teaching not gratitude digitally possible. Last but not least, we thank the participants from our astronomy college and from other institutions who were eagerly participated and made this session successful. Thank you. Once again, thank you all.
Thank you for the organizers and participants for giving me the opportunity. Thank you. Thank you once again.
Thank you, sir. Every ends there is a beginning.